Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722 Championship. Let's go. We've got 7 days to complete the series to win this car, and some 75 gold, which is gonna have to be invested right back into the car to bring the PR up high enough to meet the PR requirement, of course. That's how these limited time series always run, right? And here's the completion rewards broken down into 25% increment. So, speaking of upgrades, we gotta get a few, right? So start with the first tier upgrades, round of 7 upgrades. 2.5 hour R&D time for these racing dollar upgrades, so not too bad, and price ain't too bad either, even for racing dollars. Now, I have heard some racers manage to claim the 25% completion reward. It's like 8 gold or something like that, right? With these racing dollar upgrades alone. Technically, these racing dollar upgrades are not going to get your PR high enough to complete the 4th tier, where you get to claim the 25% reward, right? But some people are, I guess, I don't know, I haven't had that luck, or this bug doesn't exist on my end, on both on iOS and on Android, where the game ignores the decimal point in PR requirement. So as long as your PR is, correct, high enough integer, right, then you can race in a cup, which is kind of goofy. I cannot confirm because I've only heard about it, and when I tried it, it doesn't seem to work. So, this size, I, am trying to, if I'm running through a limited time series, I'm running to actually complete and win the car. If you can afford upgrades, this is one of the, and winning is definitely the way to go, as opposed to buying it outright later on. And of course, now they introduced that event archive, right? Event archives, where these events, like limited time series or any special events, will be, I guess, dumped in that archive. So anybody who missed it the first time can get another chance to run through and win the car. Except, once again, what I've seen is there are no rewards, no gold rewards. I think if you don't have the car, you will win the car, but I think they took away all gold rewards from past events. I mean, that's kind of been the trend, right? Like flashback at first in initial release, the even if you already have completed the series and won the car from the original release, the flashback allowed you to run through the series again and win a lot of gold, which was pretty sweet. But then I guess they realized that wasn't what they were intending with flashback events, so they nerfed the gold rewards for those of us rerunning the same event, and basically the new players who missed out on initial release of those special events, or got a chance to run through the series and claim the same reward that us oldies got the first time around. But now it seems like with the introduction of event archives, they are just taking away all gold rewards from events from the past. At least that's the way what I've seen. I cannot confirm firsthand because I've done all the events, so when I looked at them they showed no gold rewards at all. So yeah, anyway, 1 gold trophy down, 44 more to go. So let's try the speed snap now. Porsche test track, dynamic circuit. So the checkpoint for this speed snap is right at the bottom of the corkscrew hill. Should be pretty easy. 87 kph. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so the trick here is to make sure that I don't go too fast. I think I kept it fairly close, maybe 88. Yup. That is just right. Nice and close margin of victory. Alright. It's pretty good. Upgrades are well on their way. So that is good enough for second gold trophy. So let's get on with this cup at Monza road course to wrap up tier 1. And also check out how this car actually handles when we run a proper cup race. Alright, try to minimize the wear and tear on from this event by I'll try to stay on track as much as possible and also minimize any unnecessary crashes. Right. I said unnecessary, so some might be necessary. We'll see. Alright. First chicane, here we go. I think I might have gotten off track a little bit and made some minor contact, with emphasis on minor. It's not a place to brake. I don't know why bots do that. Those would be like crash-inducing braking, you know. Anyway, this car has how much grip? 1.13 G. Is that about what it had? I didn't really pay attention. Something relatively low, I think. Although this car's top speed is not as high as some of the cars we've been racing in recent days. So maybe that's all you need. Because so far, handling. Whoa! I was just gonna say it was handling relatively well, as I totally messed up entry into Ascari curves. Great. That's a really good spot to test out the grip on the car, but I totally messed that up. We'll have to look for another opportunity test out the grip of this car. Alright. How's everybody doing? Alright, JKR's in a hurry up now. There we go. Nice and close once again. off track and collision. So just some minor contact, but no other damage, so that's good. Alright. And about 5-6 service bars it takes out. Alright. So that is good enough for another gold trophy to wrap up tier 1, unlock tier 2, and get some 4,000 racing dollar bonus. Alright, so yeah, that does it for tier 1. And once those first tier upgrades are done, we'll head into tier 2, so we'll see you there.